All right, guys, favorite new camping hack, the CAMPLUX Nano 3pro. It's basically a hot water shower while you're out camping. I've been in Colorado the past 3 or 4 days now. Not gonna lie, I haven't had a shower and I'm starting to stink. This thing is awesome.
It's gonna be legend, wait for it, dairy.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Trail Expedition. My name is Scott, and in that intro that you guys just saw, that was me over the last week out in Colorado. Spent about 5-6 days out there, just backcountry dispersed camping. While I was there, I had no access to water or anything like that, no showers, nothing. So that's where this thing came into play. This is the CAMPLUX Nano 3 Pro, and this thing was awesome to have out there. Basically, on-demand hot water for showering, doing dishes, whatever. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to set this thing up and kind of a general walkthrough of how to use it. So when you guys first get this unit, this is what it's going to look like. It's approximately 13 pounds. It doesn't take up too much space in your vehicle, so I think it's just a kind of a great thing to bring along for those longer wheeling trips where you're going to be dispersed camping and you're going to want to shower. So if you guys look at the front of the display here, you have your on-off, you have your pump button. This is a minimum and maximum heat temperature, basically just to where you can adjust the heat. You have your pump inlet, and then your pump outlet, and then this is where you're going to plug in your power. So I'm just going to show you everything else that comes with this. So the first thing that you're going to pull out with it is the power source cord. This is 12 volts. Basically, you could put this to your vehicle. You could hook it into a jackery. We have a jackery here, so that's what we're going to use. It does come with a regulator for your propane. It does come with a little nozzle that you guys can hook onto, like you can pull this apart and it hooks onto here, and you can hook it onto other things as well. And then it comes with 2 more cords here. You have your red and your blue. Basically, your blue is going to be for your water inlet, which is going to hook in here. And then you have your red, which is going to be your water outlet, which is going to hook in right here. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our regulator, and on the very back of the Nano 3 Pro is where you're going to hook this in. Basically, it just screws on in. You can use this with those 1-pound propane tanks. I did not have any of those with me. I do have my 5-pound tank that I take with me. So that's what I used. And how I used it is just get the extra hose that comes with it, and then you can just hook this right into the regulator. All right, so that's the first step. We got the regulator hooked up to our propane tank. So now that we have our propane hooked up, the next step is we need to hook this thing to power. Now this thing does have an internal battery. However, I'm not sure how long that internal battery lasts, so I didn't want to take the chances while I was in the middle of taking a hot shower and the internal battery in this thing dying on me. Honestly, it's probably a non-issue. I just didn't want to take that chance. So when I was using it, I was hooking up to the 12 volts right into my Jeep. But for this scenario, we're just going to hook it to the jackery here. So using this cord, take the one end, we're going to pop this end open and just pop that right in there, like so. And then the other end, we're just going to hook right into our jackery, right into the 12 volt. Now we need to work on hooking up the water. All right, so we're going to take the blue hose first. As you guys can see, the blue hose has this black wire that's kind of connected to it. You will need to plug that in as well. So right in front here, right where the blue one is, pop that cap off, and then that's where this is going to plug into. And these are just quick disconnects. You just pop that right into there. You'll hear it snap in place. And then the other end, you need to take to your water source. Now, I do have a 6-gallon water tank here that I did take with me while I was out camping. Basically, I just dropped it into that, and that's what I used. All right, so the very last step is we're just going to take our remaining red hose, pop this cap off. I had a little bit of water in there still from when I used it last. Plug that in, and you'll hear that audibly click in. So now we just got to fire this thing up. So now when I was using this, I used a shower tent with it. Obviously you don't have to use a shower tent, but just for privacy reasons, this is what I was using out in Colorado. So now what I did was I had everything sitting in here on the floor. That was, you know, the water jug, the CAMPLUX Nano 3pro, the propane. I had it all down here. And what I did was I took my hot end, my spout end, and on the very top of the shower tent, as you can see, there's a clip right here. And I just clipped it right into that clip. And then I just strung it up just like this. And now, basically that's holding it in place, so when I turn it on, I don't have to hold the shower itself, the tent is holding the shower for me. So that was a nice little feature. All right guys, now that we have everything hooked up, like I said, we have our propane hooked up, we have our power hooked up, we have our water inlet hose hooked up to our tank, and then our water outlet going into the tent. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. So we're just gonna hit the on button. And as you guys can see, it says the inlet temperature is 72 and the outlet is currently 72. I'm gonna put this thing on medium heat. I feel like that's the sweet spot for taking a shower. And then we're gonna go ahead and hit our pump button. As you guys can hear that ticking, clicking, and then you can hear the flame igniting in this. So it's running off the propane. Now we should have some hot water here. It's starting to warm up. Yeah, it's already warm. That's like shower warm right there. That quick. It's just amazing. So now, when you guys, I'm gonna pause the nozzle here. So on the nozzle itself, there is where you can control it. So what I typically do just to conserve water is I'll turn it on, get all wet, get my hair wet, and then I'll put it back off, lather up with some soap and shampoo and whatnot, and then I'll click it back on. So when you guys are using this shower, there is this little side button that can control the stream rate as well. So we have it all the way to the top one. We'll turn that on. So there's one. We'll go to the medium one. I'm sorry, that's the medium one. So it's kind of a mix between the two. And the very bottom one is more of your typical standard shower. So this is what I'm usually using when I'm showering. I mean, you could use this for more of a, I don't know, if you're washing dishes or whatnot. And then, like I said, the one in between is kind of a mixture of both. As you guys can see here, the inlet temp is at 75 and the outlet temp is at 104. I do believe there is a safety built into this as well, so if the outlet temp gets too hot, it will automatically shut off. All right, so regarding tech specs, this is the box that it comes in, by the way. And all this information that's on this sticker is displayed on the side right down here, so it's all the same information. So it gives you your model number, Nano 3pro, the color is silver, GPM is 0.18. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Gas is LP, so that's your propane. BTUs is 20,000. And this product does weigh 13.2 pounds. And then the dimensions are actually, the package dimensions are 17.3 by 9.3 by 17.6. Down on the very bottom here, it does have LED diagnostics as well. So if you happen to get an error code, like earlier when I fired this thing up, I was getting an E3 error code. So if you go down here to E3, it says unsuccessful ignition or flame out. Essentially what happened was I did not connect my propane well enough, so when I tightened up the propane connection, it fired right up. But it has all your different diagnostic codes right here. So if like it's tilted or if it's not hooked up correctly, it's going to give you an error code telling you exactly what to fix. So that is nice. Anyway, final thoughts. The CAMPLUX Nano 3pro, total game changer when you're out backcountry camping, overlanding, whatever you guys are out doing. A hot shower after a couple of days of not being able to have a shower is just, it's a total game changer when you're out there. So like I said, you will need power, propane, and just a place to shower, honestly. This thing was awesome on my last trip. If you guys have any questions at all about this product, put them down in the comments below and I will try my best to answer them. I should have a discount code for you guys as well, so that'll be in the comments below too. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I will catch you guys in the next one.